How many business cards do you have in your desk that you never texted if you go to networking events? And for those who go to networking events, I know they're shaking their head right now. I have a desk drawer full of cards that I took and never followed up with or put in my CRM. Why would I do that? What was the point of going? Why'd I get their card? Do something with it. At the very minimum, it should go in your CRM. And at the very most, you should be intentionally following up with them, but providing something of value. So one thing that someone told me a while ago, which I've been more intentional about doing, if you find someone at an event that you want to get in touch with, try to bring something of value to them in hopes of a connection later. Because if you go to an event, you talk to 10 people, you follow up with 10 people for coffee, you just book 10 coffee meetings. Good luck. Like, do you really need 10 coffee meetings? Do those people really want to meet with you for coffee? Probably not, right? Everyone's looking in, most people are looking for, well, what's the value for me, right? That's how most people are. But you need to be able to come with them with some sense of value. And what I would say is try to find a connection that you can introduce them to. For example, if you met a real estate attorney out at an event, for me specifically, if I'm a mortgage lender, and I wanted to get to know them better or do business with them, after the event, I could text them in the morning and say, hey, Chris, it was great meeting you last night. Would love to stay in touch in the future. I thought of someone who I think you would love to know. I think you could do a lot of business with. I'll put you guys in a group chat and see if maybe you can connect. I think it'd be a good connection for you. Oh, great. Thanks. If the relationship works, they're always going to remember that you were the one that introduced them. And if it doesn't, they're going to remember that you thought of them. Then see where the relationship goes. Most of the time, you don't need a coffee meeting to stay in touch with someone. Get them in some semblance of communication. The follow-up text, which is intentional, providing value to them. Keep them involved. If you're hosting an event in the future, invite them. If you're posting market updates in your CRM, get them in the CRM. Stay in touch with them in other ways. You don't always have to set all these coffee meetings to really have meaningful connections. Eventually, you get there when you really want to solidify the relationship, but don't waste time. Because in the end, I could probably, then again, I can't name all the people that I had coffee with that I never talked to. So with all this being said, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, networking is a necessity. Building your sphere is an absolute requirement to become a successful entrepreneur, especially in your local market.